Something big is happening inside Sam's Club, and if you're a regular shopper, this is something you absolutely need to hear. The retail giant is saying goodbye to traditional checkout lanes, and on the surface it sounds like convenience. But don't be fooled just yet, because behind that modern upgrade hides a deeper story, one that might be quietly draining over $750 from your pocket every single year. That's not a guess. That's not an estimate. It's a calculated bleed, engineered to slip past your radar every time you walk into those massive warehouse doors with your membership card in hand and your guard down. But today, that ends. We're pulling the curtain back on the 10 biggest secrets Sam's Club hopes you never find out. These aren't your average make-a-list or don't shop hungry tips. These are real, hard-hitting retail truths, the kind that could save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars annually, just by knowing how to decode their tricks. And when we get to secret number 1, let's just say your cashback app is about to pay for more than gas. But first, we begin where nearly every shopper makes a silent mistake, something you see every single trip without even realizing what it truly means. Secret hash 10, the clearance code crackdown. Imagine this. You're walking down a wide aisle packed with bulk buys. You spot a bright yellow clearance tag. It catches your eye like a flashing red light. You stop. The price looks tempting. But is it the real deal? Will it drop again next week? Should you wait? Don't. Because if that price ends in 0.01, it's game over. That's the final markdown. No manager special, no sudden flash sale, no maybe cheaper tomorrow. That product is at its lowest price ever. When you see that 0.01 or a label marked D1, it means Sam's Club is done playing games. That item is about to disappear from shelves for good. But here's the twist. They hide these deals. You won't find them on end caps. No bright banners, no flashing signs. These golden deals are tucked away, buried behind regular priced items, camouflaged in plain sight. Why? Because Sam's doesn't want every shopper to find them. They want only the sharpest eyes, the ones who pay attention, to win. And trust me, the sharp ones don't hesitate. I've watched people lose out on a $200 deal because they paused to think. Meanwhile, the next shopper who knew the code grabbed it without blinking. That's how fast these bargains vanish. So from now on, let this be your new shopping mantra. If it ends in the 0.01, you don't wait, you don't ask, you grab, check out, walk away, and smile like you just pulled off the heist of the year, because in the world of warehouse shopping, you kind of did. Secret hash 9, the rotisserie chicken illusion. It smells like Sunday dinner. That warm, golden brown rotisserie chicken sitting under bright lights at Sam's Club for just $4.99. It looks like the deal of the day. But what if I told you that juicy bird is bait? Yes, it's true. That perfectly roasted chicken is one of the most effective traps in retail. It lures you in, makes you feel like you've outsmarted the system. But here's what they don't tell you. It's not the best deal in the store. Not even close. Right around the corner, just 10 feet away in the raw poultry section, sits the exact same chicken. Same size, same weight, no marinade. No mystery juice pooling at the bottom of a plastic tub. No hidden sodium bombs. It's fresher, it's healthier, and guess what? It's cheaper per pound. Why? Because when you buy the rotisserie version, you're not just paying for chicken. You're paying for labor. You're paying for packaging. You're paying for convenience. And that convenience tax adds up more than you realize. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're starving, short on time, and flavor doesn't matter, sure, grab the rotisserie bird. But if you want more meat, fewer chemicals, and real value, go for the raw version. Toss it in your slow cooker, season it your way, and serve a meal you actually feel good about. That's not just dinner. That's a smart move. And with that one switch, you just outplayed one of Sam's oldest tricks. Secret hash 8. How to shop without a membership. This one's going to blow your mind, because Sam's Club doesn't want you to know this secret. You don't need a membership to shop there. Yes, you read that right. No $50 annual fee, no ID card, no expiration date. There's a legal, simple back door into Sam's Club, and most people have never even heard of it. It's called the one-day guest pass. With it, you can walk in, fill your cart, and shop like any member. The only catch? A small 10% upcharge at checkout. That's it. No contracts, No aggressive sales pitch, no awkward questions at the entrance. Just walk in, buy what you want, and walk out. But here's the real kicker. This loophole works online too. You don't even have to step foot in the store. Just add your items to the cart, check out as a guest, and they'll tack on the same tiny fee. You save big without the commitment. Sure, you won't get access to gas stations, pharmacies, or member-only services, but for groceries, household goods, or electronics, it's all fair game. So the next time someone says, I don't shop at Sam's because I'm not a member, you just smile. Because now you know the back door, and they don't. Secret #7, the markdown schedule. You ever walk into Sam's Club and feel like everything is way too expensive? Then another day, it's like you stumbled into discount heaven. That's not luck, it's strategy. Because Sam's markdowns aren't random, they're scheduled. And if you know the timing, you win. There are 2 golden days when the real price drops happen, Wednesdays and Sundays. On these days, the meat counter, bakery, seasonal aisles, and even electronics go through major markdowns. But here's the catch, you have to get there early. If you show up after 2 p.m., forget it. Clearance hounds, the pros, have already raided the shelves. You're left with scraps and full-price detergent. But if you're there when the doors open, that's when the magic happens. You walk out with half-priced ribeye, $300 off that Samsung TV, and a smile that says, I know something you don't. It's not about shopping harder, it's about shopping smarter, and now you know exactly when to strike. Secret #7, the markdown schedule. Most people think discounts are all about luck or random clearance events. But let me tell you something the average shopper never realizes. At Sam's Club, timing is everything. And the real insiders? They've already circled Wednesdays and Sundays on their calendars like national holidays because that's when the real deals drop. I'm not talking about those weak 20-cent markdowns they hope you won't notice. I mean deep cuts. Half-off meats, bakery blowouts, electronics marked down hundreds of dollars, and seasonal clearance that feels like stealing, legally of course. But there's a catch. You have to be early. Not, I'll swing by after lunch early. I mean doors open, cart in hand, no time to blink early, because by noon, the clearance hunters have already picked the place clean. What's left? A shelf full of regrets, dented boxes, and maybe some sad, bruised bananas. This isn't shopping. It's treasure hunting. And the map only reveals itself to those who know when to look. Imagine rolling up to a rack of ribeyes that were $28 yesterday, now slashed to $14, or spotting a $600 TV marked down to $320, all because you showed up before the herd. It's not luck. It's strategy. And once you've seen behind the curtain, you'll never look at Sam's Club the same way again. But timing isn't the only hidden trick. In fact, Secret #6 might sound illegal, but it's 100% real. And Sam's definitely doesn't want you to know it. Secret #6, the pharmacy loophole. Here's something that might blow your mind. You do not need a Sam's Club membership to use their pharmacy. Yep, zero, zilch, nada. By federal law, their pharmacy is open to everyone, whether you pay for a membership or not. But have you ever seen a sign at the door saying that? Of course not. They keep that part quiet for a reason. Because once you know the truth, the illusion starts to crumble. And here's the kicker. Sam's pharmacy prices? They're often lower than Walgreens, CVS, even Walmart. I'm talking prescription medications for literal pennies compared to the big chains. Add in free health screenings, cheaper over-the-counter meds, and a system that syncs all your prescriptions for one easy pickup. And suddenly you're saving hundreds just by choosing a different set of sliding glass doors. But most people never find out. They just keep paying $120 a month or more on overpriced insurance plans elsewhere because no one told them there was another way. Now you know. Use it. And while you're still wrapping your head around that secret, buckle up, because Secret #5 exposes one of the most powerful psychological traps in the warehouse playbook. You've probably fallen for it without even realizing. Secret #5, the loss leader scam. Let me paint a picture. You walk into Sam's for just one thing. Maybe it's that irresistible $4.99 rotisserie chicken, or just a quick slice of pizza from the food court. Fast forward 20 minutes, your cart is overflowing, Snacks, batteries, a tub of pretzels the size of your toddler, maybe even a kitchen gadget you didn't know existed but suddenly had to have. Total $312.67. What just happened? You got played, and it wasn't an accident. That chicken, that pizza, they're called loss leaders. Items priced so low, Sam's actually loses money on them. But the loss? It's calculated. Because the moment you walk through those giant warehouse doors, they've already got you. Surrounded by towers of bulk everything, free samples on every corner, deals whispering, just grab one more. You're not in control anymore. You're under a spell. And Sam's Club? They've designed every aisle, every display, every free nibble to guide your cart like a magnet straight into impulse buy territory. The scary part? It works. Every single time. But now, you're awake, and knowing this is your first line of defense. Secret hash 4, where the real savings are hiding. Impulse shopping is no accident. It's psychological warfare. And if you're not careful, your cart becomes a casualty. But here's how smart shoppers fight back. You go in with a mission. You don't browse. You don't wander. You walk in, grab what you came for, maybe that $4.99 rotisserie chicken, and get out like you're rescuing a hostage. That's the only way to beat the system. Now, speaking of smart moves, Secret Hash 4 might just be the one Sam's Club really hopes you never discover. Because this one isn't about groceries, electronics, or snacks. This one's hidden in the corners of the store most people ignore. I'm talking about tires, eyeglasses, and hearing aids. Yep, those low-traffic departments with no crowds, no flashy signs, and absolutely no hype. But guess what? That's where the savings are jaw-dropping. Tires? You could save $400 to $500 compared to what you'd pay at a dealership. Eyeglasses? Half the price of LensCrafters or VisionWorks, and sometimes better quality. And hearing aids? You could be looking at thousands of dollars in savings. Not hundreds, thousands. But here's the crazy part. Sam's doesn't promote this. No giant banners, no big announcements. It's like an Easter egg hunt for grown-ups, and only those who know where to look actually find it. Why keep it quiet? Because if everyone knew, they'd flood the store. And suddenly those comfy profit margins would vanish. So they hope you just walk right past on your way to overspend somewhere else. But now, you know the secret. And that one tip alone can pay for your Sam's membership 10 times over. Secret hash 3, the price match loophole. This next one, it's so simple. It hurts to think how many people are leaving money behind every single day. If you're in the store and see something you want, before you toss it into your cart, check the price on Sam's Club's website. Because if it's cheaper online, they'll match it in store instantly. No forms, no waiting, no headaches. Just pull out your phone, show the lower price to the cashier or at the member services desk, and boom, instant savings. You'd be shocked how often there's a difference. Sometimes it's $5, sometimes $10. I've even seen items $50 cheaper online while sitting right there on the store shelf. Sam's is banking on one thing, that you won't check. They want you to trust the tag. But now, you know better. Just one thing, this only works with their own website. Not Amazon, not Walmart, only samsclub.com. But still, a 15-second search can save you enough for lunch. Secret hash 2, the travel portal. No one talks about, all right, buckle up, because Secret hash 2 is a game changer. Did you know Sam's Club offers travel deals? Probably not, because almost no one does. Hidden deep on their website is a full-blown travel portal, and it's crushing Expedia, Priceline, and Booking.com without making a sound. Hotels, cruises, car rentals, vacation packages, and we're not talking about a few bucks off here and there. We're talking hundreds, sometimes over $1,000 in savings. I've seen $1,200 off Disney vacations, jaw-dropping hotel discounts, and last-minute getaway deals that make other travel sites look like a scam. No gimmicks, no promo codes, just raw, unfiltered savings. But Sam's doesn't shout about it. It's buried on the site, almost like they're trying to keep it a secret. And maybe they are, because once you find it, you'll never book a vacation the same way again. Secret hash 1, the ultimate cashback stacking hack. You've made it to the final secret, and trust me, we saved the biggest bombshell for last. This isn't just a hack. It's not a discount. It's not even a deal. This is a full-blown strategy that could flip your entire shopping game upside down. Because if you do it right, Sam's Club might end up paying you to shop there. Let's break it down. Step 1. Use the Scan and Go app. You've seen the signs. Maybe you've even tried it once. But if you're not using the Scan and Go app every time you shop, you're walking past a mountain of savings. You skip the line, skip the cashier, and, most importantly, skip the impulse buy gauntlet they've set up at checkout. That alone saves you money. But the real magic? You track your total as you go. No more gut punches at the register. No more overspending. Just control, item by item, dollar by dollar. Step 2. Activate Rakuten. Yes, it works with Sam's. Next, open up Rakuten on your phone before you even leave the house. This site feels almost too good to be true, but it's legit. Sam's Club often runs Rakuten promos for 1% to 8% cashback, whether you shop online or activate in-store offers. And yes, it works with Scan and Go. So now you're stacking real-time app savings,